My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC picks and DraftKings lineups run by professional fighters and MMA insiders. Every week, I join Nick Newell, professional fighter, professional model, and ESPN top 10 guest, along with Dan Kramer, UFC fighter, Bellator fighter, Ultimate Fighter alumni, and Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. And we break down every single fight, the betting odds, the DraftKings picks, and we set you up for success. First up at UFC 259, Blachowicz versus Adesanya, we have Mario Bautista versus Trevin Jones. This is another fun fight. We've been saying this for weeks. The UFC matchmaking lately has been absolutely spot on. All these fights have been much closer than the odds. And this will be a pretty exciting one. So Nick, I'm going to go to you first. Who do you think wins this fight? Do you think, Bautista, who's the heavy favorite, can get this done against Trevin Jones?
I do. I think that if you ever watch Bautista fight, he fought a tough wrestler his last fight in Miles Johns and took him out with a flying knee and some ground and pound. He's very well-rounded. He's really fast. He moves his feet well. He has one loss. It's to Corey Sandhagen. Does that even count?
Yeah.
like Corey Sandhagen is an unbelievable fighter. He got submitted. The thing about Trevin Jones is he's all heart. So he fought Timur Valiev, who I think is a tougher opponent than anyone Mario Bautista ever fought. Well, besides maybe obviously Corey Sandhagen, but a bigger win than anyone that Bautista has ever beaten. And he almost got finished in the first round and came back to win in the second. But I think it was more because Valiev kind of expended all his energy. Not a knock on Trevin Jones' skill. He's very skilled and very well-rounded. But I feel like Bautista is a better fighter. Is he in my lineup right now? No. I might, if I have my other picks, move some things around and put him in if someone drops out or something happens. But he's not in right now. I didn't put him on, and but I do believe that he will win.
Yeah, and good point about the DraftKings. I mean, $9,100 is a lot of money, especially when we have a card full of title fights where you get 5 rounds to choose from instead of just 3. I agree. I think Mario Bautista, he's definitely the better striker, and I think he's more composed as far as he's actually has fewer fights and less experience, but I feel like he's more composed in his fights. But to your point, Trevin Jones is tough as hell. He was getting beat very badly and survived and then just put Timur out and won that fight. He caught him, but he still put him out and won that fight. I think the commission overturned it because he smoked some weed, but he definitely won that fight, and he's tough, and it shows a lot of grit. So Jacob, I'll go to you. I don't know why you're shaking your head. I'll go to you. What are your thoughts here? Who do you think wins?
The first thing I need to say is if you have never heard a Trevin Jones interview, please, after this video, listen to his voice. I'm just going to say it's not what you expect. That's all I'll say. So after this video, go check it out. Watch his interview. Seems like a great guy. And I actually think I like him in this fight. Nick said that Bautista, he is very, very fast, and he loves that flying knee. He ended a fight with it, and he'll throw a flying knee literally like 4 or 5 times a round. Trevin Jones, Angelo, you said not. I think Bautista has the striking advantage in this, but Trevin Jones has real power. So it's not as technical, but if he lands, it's not going to feel good for Bautista. But I actually like Trevin Jones to make this a dirty fight, get on the ground, and I like his jiu-jitsu game. So he's not in my lineup. I think I'm actually just going to pick him heads up. And if you're looking for $7,100 to spend, I think he is going to win this fight.
So you take him to win. So Nick, you have Bautista to win. Jacob, you have Trevin to win. I forgot to ask you, Nick, if you're throwing $100 on this fight, do you risk it to win back 50 on Bautista, or do you roll your dice on Jones?
No, I'm putting it on Bautista.
Gotcha. And then Jacob, you're going to throw that on Jones. So Dan, I'll go to you. I also have Bautista. I think he wins. I'm very confident in that pick, but not at $9,100 in DraftKings. But Dan, who do you think wins, and are you going to touch either one of them?
Yeah, no, I think Bautista is the all-around better fighter. This is his 4th fight in the UFC, and Nick said before his debut was against Corey Sandhagen on short notice. So that shouldn't even really count as a loss. That's a tough debut, especially on short notice. But since then, he's beat Jin Susan, who's very good, had a great fight with Peter Yan. He beat a 10 and undefeated at the time, 10-0 Miles Johns, who's also tough. Striking wise, he's got a lot of different looks, switches stances. Overall, he looks like a really good striker. Trevin Jones, to be honest, it looked like he was basically brought in to lose to Timur Valiev, and he was doing that. He was getting destroyed, and that first round was taking a beating. He landed one big shot, and I never like to say a lucky punch. I don't think there's a such thing in this sport, but he landed one big shot after taking a beating, and pulled off the win. So, I looked at his record. He's got a few sub wins on there. He obviously has power after his last fight. But he's got 6 losses. He's 12-6. So I think Bautista is just the all-around better fighter. He's fought the tougher competition and has more UFC experience. So I'm picking him. I'm not putting him in my DraftKings lineup. If I had to bet $100, I would try not to bet $100 on this fight. But if I had to pick one, I would take Bautista even at the negative 200 and just hope Jones doesn't land a big power shot.
Either way, it'll be a fun fight. Even if Trevin Jones is losing the majority of it, we've seen before, he has the ability to come back and stop that fight with one punch. So looking forward to this fight on Saturday.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
I see the death before dishonor tattoo. I think I would rather be dishonored than dead. Personal opinion.
You're not Japanese.
Like something really embarrassing happens to you.
Maybe that's not a real tattoo, and it's like that henna stuff, and you can let him know, and he'll get it removed.
Yeah, ever since I got a family, I'm like, I don't know, man. I gotta raise my kids. I'd rather just get embarrassed. Next fight.
Before you go, check out the description below. In there, we have links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and more importantly, to our DraftKings League. Check out the league, join the league, participate in the contests, and as we get going and as you start winning, we're going to start handing out gift cards and participating and doing things like that. So check those out. Every week, there are drops on every fight card. So make sure you check out this channel and our social media on Saturday before the fights start so that you have our most updated lineups and picks.